Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, and chances are you are here because you're looking to purchase your first firearm, and I'm here to walk you through what that looks like, whether it be for home defense, for concealed carry, or for just sport shooting. I will show you how to get your first firearm safely, legally, and confidently. So let's jump right in. Number one, you want to know why you want a firearm. So there's a lot of reasons why people pick up firearms, whether it's to defend themselves, whether it's for sport shooting, whether it's for competitive shooting. All those things require a gun, but you need to know your why. What's your purpose for having a firearm? Is it for home defense? Is it for concealed carry? Is it for hunting? Is it for sport shooting? Your why will guide you into what kind of firearm best suits your needs. For example, a subcompact or a compact gun might be used for carry, whereas something like a full-size gun or a shotgun or even an AR-15 may be used for home defense. So it all depends on what your why is, and you have to determine what that why is before you want to go and buy a firearm. Number two, you want to educate yourself on the gun laws. So I say this often in my videos. Frequently, you're going to hear me say, do your own research. Make sure you can do this in your state. Make sure you look up the laws in your state as to what you can and cannot have, what you need, and all that good stuff, because every state differs. Some states require permits. Some states require background checks. Some states require the combination of the two. Some states require you have training. It's just different things for different states. And so you want to make sure before you even step foot into a gun store that you know exactly what it is that your state allows and everything that you need to know before you even make a purchase. Don't get caught off guard. Knowledge is power. So save yourself the headaches and the time and make sure you have your research done before you buy your first firearm. Number three, try before you buy. Y'all know this is one of the things that I've always preached on my channel from the beginning. I go to my range and I rent guns galore because I want to make sure that I like what I see. And sometimes we get caught up in the fact that the gun looks good, but it may not shoot good for you. It doesn't mean that it doesn't shoot good for someone else or it's not the perfect gun for someone else. But I like to try before I buy. It's almost like, would you go and buy a car before you test drive it? And 9 times out of 10, most of us don't. We test drive the car first to see if we like how it drives, to see if we like the package that we chose, the wheels. We want to test everything out before we make the purchase, because it's nothing like spending money on something that you don't want, because it's hard to return or get a return back on something that you thought would be good for you and it actually is not. So I would say try before you buy, because other benefits include you get the feel for the gun, you get to feel the grips, you also get to try different calibers. Make sure you know what your range allows and what they don't allow. I have found it to be a great benefit for me to go to my range and say, hey, I want to rent that gun because I'm thinking about getting it. And a lot of times I've done that, and in my mind, I've wanted the gun, but when I went to shoot it, it was an absolute no. I'm glad I shot it before I bought it. Number four, fit matters, especially for us ladies. I know when I first got into guns and wanting to buy a firearm, the first thing I told the salesman was, let me see how the gun feels. And that's the top thing for me. If the gun does not feel good in my hand or when I'm shooting it, I'm just gonna completely say no to the gun, because if it doesn't feel good, there's no need of even having the gun. You wanna make sure the gun fits you, especially if you're kind of petite and you have smaller hands. It's very important to find the gun that works and fits right for you. Look for firearms with adjustable back straps, manageable recoil, and just those intuitive controls, because comfort and control are key to safety and accuracy. Number five, budget for more than just the gun. What I mean by that is, instead of budgeting for how much the gun costs and you're ready to go to the store to make the purchase, make sure you keep in mind, if that gun is something that you're going to carry, you may need a holster. You may need other accessories for that gun, like an optic, like a light. You're definitely going to need ammo, because what's the purpose of buying the gun and you have no ammo? You're gonna need a safe or a lockbox, something to keep that gun safe, and especially if you have children, to keep that gun away from children and out of the hands of those people who should not have access to the gun. And you may even need to take a class or two if you're unfamiliar with how to operate the weapon. So plan for that in your budget. Investing in training is just as important as the gun. And number 6, get professional training or take a professional class. When I first purchased my gun, about a week or two later, I signed up to take a concealed carry class. And in that class, I think it was 8 hours, I learned so much in just 8 hours that I had no clue about as a first-time gun owner. I cannot say this enough. Take a class, at least one class. The more classes, the better. You'll be able to learn so many more things and just build on that knowledge. Anything from learning the basics of firearm safety, learning how to handle the gun, and just anything and everything you want to know about your firearm from a certified instructor. Even if you grew up around guns, I know there are some people who grew up around guns all their life. Growing up around guns does not mean you know everything about guns and the safety and how to handle it and all the ins and outs of it. So it is good to take a safety class. Training is key, and confidence comes from knowing what you're doing. So buying your first firearm does not have to be intimidating, especially if you are informed, prepared, and you know what you're doing. So I hope this video has encouraged you and given you a solid foundation in your efforts into buying your first firearm. And let me know down in the comment section if this is gonna be your first firearm purchase and what firearm you're thinking about getting. So y'all, thank y'all for joining, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. And until next time, stay armed, stay safe, and stay vigilant. Peace.